What if I told you product analytics could be way easier with your new Supabase database? So typically you'd have to install things like Segment, or you'd have to use a product like Heap or Mixpanel or Full Story, or you name it. Any one of these tools, and you would have to add additional JavaScript to your web app and do click data, add event data, and eventually get product analytics. But what if it could be easier? We wanted to show you Dreambase. This is a new tool we just developed, and it connects directly on top of your Supabase database. And you can get product analytics, and you can build content management, admin apps, and tools instantly in seconds. So I'm going to show you a fun demo here. This is an example from a pickleball Supabase product, and all you have to do is connect to your Supabase, which I already did. Select your project from Supabase, and to get started, you literally just click Start Analysis. So this is really cool. You're going to see it move quickly here. What it does behind the scenes, it captures the cache of the database. It gets the whole schema, which is actually a Swagger file if you're familiar with APIs. And it's got all the tables and endpoints. Then it went and AI scans this. Our intelligent agents see what exactly is this database about. So it took these tables, which don't mean much by themselves. If you ever use Supabase, the reports are really just about Supabase data usage, not about your product. This knows what pickleball is, so it learns all about the tables and it documents everything and saves it. So just by doing this, it can understand the context of the database. It also can scan and see potential issues, like if row level security hasn't been enabled, which is really tricky for new people to Supabase. And it educates you on how to fix all that, but it doesn't stop there. It also gives you instant ideas for product analytics reports just based on everything it's learned in the past couple seconds. That just took however long, right? So you can go in here and it knows how to make a player performance dashboard, and it writes an AI requirement stock, which is kind of like a PRD for AI. And it does this for several things, and you can see which one of these you like the best and pick one of those. So I'm gonna do the event and tour summary report. This sounds interesting. And it's really cool because this actually goes and understands the tables and columns that you need to scan from all these tables listed here in these chips to make a really intelligent product analytics report. So I'm gonna click create report. Dreambase goes behind the scenes. It creates a new project for that report. It's now gonna store all that context that we just sent to it, because context is key with AI. And it's gonna rapidly create a report here with the Dream Concierge agent. You can see in my left nav that I've also been creating lots of other fun reports and apps. So team match performance, player shot analytics, match managers for an app to manage the actual data, game manager. Again, you can create apps to manage the data in your Supabase instead of having to create custom tools. And this thing is going off and it's using the Supabase MCP. So it can do things like execute SQL. And it put together a complex query, again, because it understands the data. And before I could even finish talking there, it's already got a product analytics report. So this is cool. It has the total tours, events, matches, players. You can see Major League Pickleballs in there. There was recently an event in Austin with MLP Austin. It gives us insights at the bottom, tour expansion, event diversity, player performance. So it did that in seconds. Isn't that really cool? You didn't have to go and track events. You didn't have to go and build a dashboard. It just knew the best for that, right? Another cool thing that you can do here is, so now that I've got that report built, I can give it feedback. This is AI after all, so I can do things like tell it if I want different charts, different metrics, different KPIs, different insights. So for example, I can say, I'd like to see more metric KPI cards with this same report, but change player performance to a bar chart. And it's as easy as that. It's exactly what you'd expect, but it's 100% geared to do product analytics. So it's like having your own virtual product analytics agent working directly with your Supabase data. So this is nice, right? We don't have to pay for extra tools. We don't have to do any of that stuff. We can just iterate on our reports directly in here. And this is a fun example with Pickleball, but you can imagine this with any data. A lot of people are running SaaS software subscriptions, often tracking tokens. You can do things like build token consumption dashboards, whatever you can imagine. And this is going to go off quickly and do another one for us. There we go. We got more KPIs up there that I asked for. Total shots, unique shot types. This is cool, right? We changed our other chart over here to bar charts, and now we have 2 different versions that we can cycle through. So another super cool feature is if you want to see a different layout, you can change your dashboard to a presentation, and it's going to look a lot more like a PowerPoint slide here. And you can download that PDF, PNG, you can copy it and paste that PNG directly into things like Slack. Any of these charts, if you right click, you can copy them as an image because they're canvas. You cycle through the chart that you want, and then you've got a perfect slide presentation to share with others. Another cool feature, we store historic reports and apps. You can go here and you can see we've actually got some report cards, which is a cool feature. It'll go through and scan your database like it did on the onboarding, but it'll actually do a much more thorough and detailed best practices report for Supabase. And again, if you're new, if you've been vibe coding, if you've inherited a Supabase database and you don't know what RLS is, you can come in here and learn about that, indexing, logs, query performance. You get insights and best practices. So this is basically like having a Supabase expert on staff with you.